Hello and welcome back. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Civilization 5 with Filthy Robot, the Filthy Tutor. How's it going?
I'm doing well, man.
Do you like how I've branded you the Filthy Tutor? Does that agree with you?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I know you're enjoying using my my tag as an adjective. And,
I love it. I think Filthy is like, I don't know. How'd you come up with your name, by the way?
It's a Battlestar Galactica reference about there's a scene in Battlestar Galactica. Are you familiar with that show at all?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Okay, so you probably know this scene. There's a discussion about the rights of Cylon prisoners. Are they human beings or machines? And there's a scene where they're talking about like, well, these two guys are gonna like rape a Cylon woman, and basically like she's a machine. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
And they're talking about that, and the reference is essentially the inherent value of people to some degree, right? Like regardless of their differences from you, are there some value for people of treating them as humans? That's the reference for that.
Yep, so. I get it. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, I love filthy as an adjective. I think it's just every series title, every campaign I've even considered, even remotely, just sounds awesome to me when you throw the word filthy into it.
That's funny because that's nearly like a 180 because you couldn't even type it to begin with.
I still can't. Oh, I can say it just fine. Whenever I try to type, here's what'll happen, right? If I'm gonna rename this worker, and I want to rename him like after you, I'll go Phil. I'll go like Philhy, or yeah. Phil. I'll go like Phil is like that. I do weird thing. I just can't do it. It's not possible.
Yeah, your brain doesn't want to like process it, anyways.
No. Okay, I had another question, just kind of randomly here. This is part of the EUI, right? What the hell is this?
I don't use unit list in EUI. I have that disabled entirely. So that portion of the mod, the mod is modular, so you can, anytime you don't like a portion of the EUI mod, you can just remove it from your folders and it will default back to the game one. And I don't let it do anything with units for me because I don't like it. So I don't have enabled in my version.
What would the vanilla thing do if I had removed it?
For units at all.
Okay, so couldn't I then, instead of removing it, just go to interface and then turn off the unit list?
Yeah, try it. See what it does.
There it goes. It's gone.
Perfect.
See, you ruined the mod, the sanctity of it, and you didn't need to. All right. No, anyway, moving right along. Oh, okay. I thought he declared on us. No. Okay. He
wants to kill Washington.
Okay. This is great. I'm really happy this happened because I never know what to do. I never know if I should just say yes, if I should do this. I always do this one. I choose this one because I want to procrastinate on the decision, okay, and then inevitably I forget, and then they say, hey, by the way, and I say, oh shit, and then I usually have to say, let's get this started, or I piss them off by saying the other one.
So this is min-maxing the diplomacy with the Deity AI, which I just don't do, and it's just more of the fact that I don't play it enough to really worry about it. So I wouldn't ever click give us 10 turns to prepare if you're not actually planning on warring, because you will get a negative thing for that. If you say sorry, we have no interest in this agreement, you don't get a negative thing. If you say yes, let's get this started, you'll get a negative thing with people for declaring war. Definitely get a negative thing with Washington for declaring war on him. You'll get a bonus with Bismarck. My thought here most of the time is the only people I care about being happy in this game, in any of the Deity games, are my immediate neighbors, because they're the ones who can do any damage to me. So I have no interest in making Bismarck happy. He's too far away for me to care about him. And I certainly don't want to piss off everybody else in the world by going to war. So I would say, sorry, we have no interest in this.
What does the how dare you do?
Don't know.
This is not even an option? You've deleted it from the...
I haven't even... It's min-maxing the diplomacy, which makes sense. Like, if you're worried about beating the Deity AI, but we don't need to do these things to beat the Deity AI, is what it boils down to.
Oh, God, it's so easy for you.
Yeah, probably what it does is if I had to guess, my thought is probably what it does is it is a hostile thing to Bismarck, but not to anybody else.
Right. It's only 2 turns to repair. Okay.
Shoot him in the face with the city.
What is that? I'm hearing a noise. 12 pop-ups about gold per turn because of trading with Bismarck. Jesus. Stop it!
Yeah.
Stupid
what
drums.
What basically happened is because you individually did all those deals, each of those deals get individually canceled.
So you've turned off all sound in Civ 5, huh? Because you probably don't even notice that.
Well, I'm on Skype with you, so I don't actually have that pop-up at all, which is quite nice.
Right, but if you were playing on your own system here, you wouldn't have sound enabled because you've heard all the sound effects too much.
I do leave sound on. I don't leave music on.
So you don't mind hearing that?
There's a lot of useful things from sound. I would have heard that, and I would have been annoyed with it. And actually, Portugal hasn't bitched about us about settling. That's hilarious. I'm really surprised by that. Maybe it will be coming in the next term, too.
They covet lands.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Okay,
what's the damage you'll do to that, Barb? I mean, my thought is you probably leave it about 10%.
So I don't know what damage it would do because apparently I can't trust the interface.
Yeah, but okay. Let me.
What if we took a?
I'd add a tech into it. It's not going to kill you.
But what if we took a fortify and then next turn shot it and then next turn killed it? We
Well, the
heal
problem
for
is,
one turn
what if
in our borders.
this turn it just goes one turn to the west, and your 2 city shots aren't enough to kill it?
Yeah, they need
It will pillage again, and I don't want it doing that.
And he'd take the actual happiness. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. My thought is slam it. Yep. I don't think you're low enough to die.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, I'm almost certain you're not low enough to die. You're not. And probably next turn the city shot will be enough to kill it, or if at the very least the city shot plus the slam will be. So let's bring the other that guy to improve the mine. The other and then the other worker to the spearman, so we can go repair our iron in a moment.
Okay.
And
have you ever sometimes when I build roads, I end up with too much. Sometimes I always feel like I need more workers, and then sometimes I'll have a brief period where I feel like crap, I have so many damn workers, and there's nothing to improve. And so I'll end up in this position where the workers are doing like this conga line thing, where this guy moves one, and this guy moves one, and then they kind of like all work on the roads together and move as a team.
I make them build forts when that happens.
Okay.
So I do occasionally get to the point where I have too many workers, but it's era specific. Sometimes I will delete workers, but it's pretty rare. In the early game, it's not worth deleting workers ever. Like we don't have anywhere near enough workers still. We're gonna be shitting out cities here. We have one more coming out, and expanding more is gonna be good for us.
Because we did talk about the fact that builders do cost maintenance just like a military unit. So.
And honestly, we ran this. We didn't think about this, right? Like, yeah, he was in danger in the silk tile, but we should have run him north because we need a worker to our northern city.
Yeah.
So I would start moving him north, the worker.
What about that's not a barb horse, so just here's fine?
Yeah, that's fine. We're going to chop a bunch of... There's nothing that helps a new city quite like chopping a bunch of forests for the immediate production boost. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be really good for us when we do that. So now is the second city placement. My general rule of thumb is I move towards contested areas first. Just because if the area is likely to go to another AI, yeah, exactly.
So you're thinking down here because these guys could try to settle in here for the sugar, and you wanted to settle, I think it was... You wanted the sugar, but we can't really get that sugar. Where was the tile for the sugar?
Oh, we absolutely can get that sugar. 3 tiles is the city range.
So you were thinking like here.
We could settle there. We could settle one to the east. Those are both river cities. So in base and vanilla, Civ 5, mountains are super important because mountains give you observatories, and observatories are 50% science in the city. Mm-hmm. Those are particularly important for the capital. And in the No Quitters mod, that's not how mountains work. So you don't have to worry about observatory placement. All cities can build observatories, and they're not 50% science. They just allow you. They give you like 3 science, and you can work mountains as science tiles if you want. So we don't care about mountain placement for our expands at all. So it's really just like what is the best tile that simultaneously gets us the sugar, and
these hills unfortunately can't do it. I love settling on hills now because I love getting 2-2 out of the main.
We will get 3-1 though, and if we settle that tile, 1 tile east of the sheep, like that tile, that has 2 immediate hills next to it. And that is nice because it means we don't have to pay for purchasing those hills. And that is also going to get the bison relatively quickly. And once it grows to the bison, we can purchase the sugar. So that is my suggested tile for settling.
I totally forgot that hills cost more for the culture governor to buy.
Yep.
So
and they're
settling...
cross rivers, so they're even more. So settling adjacent to them get you those.
This is new. Crossing a river costs more too?
Yeah.
How on earth would you learn that?
A lot of experience.
Here's my quick complaint. Why is the sheep in the center of these 3 tiles instead of like on the damn tile? He's look right there. See, wait. I have to move it off of there, and then I can go here. Look, top left corner of this hex, bottom of this hex, top right of this hex. That's in between equally, all 3.
You want to hear the worst? So you can spot, if you have sight on the capital, we have sight on Germany's capital. Go look at Germany's capital.
Okay. Germany
or any capital, it doesn't matter. Just zoom into one of the capitals. Yep, zoom in. So you can spot wonders being built. No wonders in that city. Go to another city. Let's go look at a wonder. I want to spot a wonder for you. So I have a video on spotting wonders if you're ever curious about that. But let's go find a capital and look at a wonder. Yeah, there's another capital. Zoom in. Do they have any wonders at all? I don't see any actually wonders there. Okay, that's annoying. We don't have a city that with hit F4 for me. And then who has Shoshone have 2 wonders. Washington has 1 wonder. Scroll down just a little bit. Have we met anyone else with any more wonders?
These 2, you probably have them all memorized naturally.
Yeah, and okay, so we can't say it right now. Well, remind me later when we can actually see a city capital, and I'll show you how you can spot the wonder actually visible on the tile terrain. But the thing is that sheep icon being just kind of in the way. I have lost Petra before because Petra was hiding behind the sheep fucking tile, like that little icon for sheep, and I didn't see it because the wonder building animation was directly behind that. So I hear you about the frustration sometimes with that blocking things.
Yeah,
so.
It does. It just seems like in Civ 6 it was more clear like that. I don't think they're all the way off of the tile.
Yeah, it's weird.
Is the thing. Anyway, I just realized we could hide him here and still get to there. Why not
sure.
maybe move a little bit just so that we...
Okay.
Swiper's really antsy, okay? He hasn't done anything.
Yeah, it's fine.
He's concerned about his unemployment check, okay? You know that if you don't work...
You get deleted sooner or later.
You eventually don't get paid. Oh, hey, it's another capital. Hey, can you see anything?
I can't from that. Let me just take a look. No, I can't.
Okay. All right. So is this guy safe to just head out there on his own?
Let's think of the way he's pathing. Yes, he is. That's fine.
But again, you would never.
Hold on.
You would never do 4 turns at once, though.
No, I wouldn't.
2?
Not unless I'm playing. There's certain maps I'd do that with, but not this map. No, I don't even do 2 with that. It's too many things can change. So the city zona controls the barbarians. We don't have to worry about that. I would move the archer southeast too, just to help escort if we can. No, go to the diamonds, gems. Yeah.
Okay, so this is actually interesting. So there's no road in Sigtuna here.
Right.
But it only ever costs 1 movement, even though it's a hill?
Move into a city. Yeah, if you're adjacent to a city, it's only ever going to cost you 1 movement to move into a city.
Okay. Neat.
Cool.
Okay. All right. Turn. Next turn, we finally get, what's this stuff called here? Calendar. So we need to have one of these 2 workers available for the silk, but we also, you'd probably, I'm guessing, you would rather fix the iron first so we can sell it again and then do this. Plus the repair tiles faster.
Yep. And we want to get that production back to the settler.
We definitely want to take the ranged attack because we don't want to take damage we don't have to take. Is that right?
Yep, I agree with that.
Even though
I don't think
it's experience.
It may kill it, but it may also leave it at 1.
Aha!
Depends on the roll on that. So.
No, we won.
Good.
I need to rename Stockholm.
Okay,
all of our Swedish... Can I rename it?
Yeah.
I tried so much.
Edit.
I tried so many times. So many times in Civ 6 to figure out how to rename things, and I couldn't.
No, I can't in Civ 6. It was very disappointing. My viewers when I live stream like to donate for city names, and they were all they were super excited about Civ 6, throwing a ton of money at me, and they're like, "Hey, rename this city." And I'm like, "Oh, guys, I'm so sorry, I can't," which was unfortunate. So
he's already in our territory. I don't see any argument for moving him there. Plus, he's trying to protect the sky. Just fortify here.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
You're not concerned there could be a barbarian right there?
There could be a barbarian there, but it's fairly unlikely. We know where the camp spawned, and we know where the units moved, so it's unlikely.
Okay. And this guy's going to go chop forest here?
Yep.
And this guy's going to escort anyway, even though we don't think?
we want to catch up. So just in case there is something over that way, we should just have a unit over there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
just going to
perplexed by this. Yep.
Pop up here and then pop back down, just to reveal some tiles.
Looks good.
Okay. Alex is... Oh, he's got roads and everything.
Yeah, we can pillage. If you want to just troll the AI for no reason, you can pillage that road. It's not in his borders, so you might as well.
Does pillaging take actions?
Yeah, it takes 1, but only 1. So you can move to the hill and pillage it next turn if you want. And if you're really feeling annoying, I mean, it's not going to matter because the AI cheats on its gold, so it makes no difference whatsoever, and cheats on its happiness too, so it doesn't make any difference whatsoever.
But it makes me feel good.
You can, yeah, it makes you feel better. You can park the scout on that tile, and he can't repair it, and he won't do anything about it. So.
That's great. Oh, that's fun. So because it's not in his territory against a player, if we're playing multiplayer, because part of this right now, we're thinking maybe we're going to play a multiplayer game. That's I'm
so excited by that idea. Yes,
we're not going to record it yet, right? Because I don't want to record the first one. But
come on,
no.
It's not about
plus you're gonna be
no experience getting on TeamSpeak with everyone, getting to enjoy it and check it out.
No, you're gonna have too many beers anyway. So anyway, I'm trying to take what you're teaching me now and also kind of morph it into information I can use for the multiplayer session. And
good.
So I'm thinking you just said we could troll the AI because they cheat, but against a player that would be a really dick move to cut off their income.
He would immediately know he would get the notification one of your city connections has been broken. He would go look at that tile, see your fucking scout on it, immediately understand that you would pillage that and then kill your scout. That's what would happen versus a player.
Yeah, but also you would I don't know, it would be funny. So anyway,
so we have avoided that in the past. I have a couple games on where we were trolling one player, and we had open borders with him, and then we were scouting through his land, and there was one of those tiles that wasn't in his borders with the city connection, and we moved on to that, and then ended the turn. The next turn we go, and we pillaged the road, and then deleted the scout, so that when he looked over there, he doesn't understand why his road is pillaged, and that was just fucking with someone for the sake of fucking with them. That was fun. But.
Okay, I'm just trying to see if I can figure out what your next science pick's going to be. We were working masonry earlier, which makes me think we should probably finish it, but. Yeah, I don't.
There's no now. We've just forward settled an AI. It's random personality, so we have no prediction how they're going to deal with us forward settling them. And we're about to settle another couple cities and buy some tiles. We have to be worried about our defense right now. A war right now that we're not prepared for could be fairly costly, in the sense that we'd have to waste production we don't want to waste for that. So I want to start teching for construction and ironworking. Those are the two techs I value the most right now. In the mod, swordsmen are buffed relative to what they are in the regular game. The regular game, they're 12 combat strength. In the mod, they're 15. 15 is almost a pikeman. Pikeman is 16. So that is going to be quite valuable. And construction is the improvement that lets you upgrade archers into composite bows, which are just a better unit all around. And those will upgrade furthermore into crossbows. So these are the techs I want to see. I want to see construction and ironworking coming out right about now. We have our luxury techs online, and it's about defense.
I have a question I think you're probably not going to have the answer to. Why the hell do we have 5 science on all of these?
Because at some point we finished the tech. Actually, this
all of them.
That's interesting. So this might be... Actually, I don't have the answer to that. So I have 2 thoughts here. The first is, if you ever finish a tech, and you don't have another tech queued up. Yeah, hold on. All of them?
5 of 858. Why?
No idea.
Is it because it's probably the overlap from last turn. It's saying like, you have 5 out of 7,000 because that would be what we earned in the previous turn.
I was going to go that way, but that doesn't make sense for all of them. It gets put towards the next thing I believe it gets... So what we need to see is next turn, click on something.
Yeah, we have nothing queued is my guess. Yeah. So it's going to say...
Exactly. So, but it should go away. If you click on masonry right now, next turn it should go away entirely. It shouldn't say 5 for the rest. Okay, that would make sense because, I thought it got randomly assigned, but maybe it's just held as potential in single player.
Right.
So multiplayer teamers, if you don't have tech assigned, it will assign that randomly. So that's interesting.
Okay, so the foremost intellectuals of Prague seek closer relations with civilizations that quickly uncover new science. Yeah, it'll never happen. The AI is going to cheat too much, right? We can't do so many of the things that No
culture quests, no tributing quests, no science quests at this stage in the game. All that's just not going to... It's just going to be beyond you because you can't compete with the AI on this stuff. Yep. So
can you do any victory? Like, what victory conditions can we actually go for? How can we win against the Deity?
We can win any way we want.
They're all functional? They're all possible?
Yeah, I will refuse to do military for this one. Well, not entirely. If you want to do an XCOM win, I'll do an XCOM win with you on this one because that's not too painful. But I refuse to capture all of their cities. It will take forever on a collab game like this.
XCOM is what? Just sniping capitals?
Yeah. If you drop XCOM and snipe the capitals, I'm not against that. Basically, if they run away with culture, we can't do a tourism win. If they don't run away with culture, we can do a tourism win. If they... In all likelihood, science is the safest win condition versus them but that is again this most recent version of the mod, which I've never played yet on Deity, has nerfed rationalism, so it should make it harder to win a science victory. But I think it should still be doable, although it should be harder, so it should be closer. That is the most consistent win you're going to get in Deity, is a science win. It requires the least interaction with the AI. It's more about just getting good teching to the stuff you need, and going to space.
That's kind of crazy, considering that there were like two eras behind. How on earth?
They don't because they don't know how to prioritize science.
Okay.
It's just I mean, this is the biggest downside with this type of AI in general, right? They have a bunch of bonuses, but they're not smart. So so we'll see. Okay.
I just want to comment on how this keyboard shortcut is Control P.
Yeah, good luck. I don't know that keyboard shortcut because I've never used that fucking keyboard shortcut because Control P is a ridiculous keyboard shortcut.
Yeah. It reminds me, like, you know what this? Okay, Starcraft 1. Originally in Starcraft 1, if you were there was actually a very minor but yet tangible benefit to playing as Terran or Zerg, because in the very beginning opening moves of the game, the keyboard shortcuts in vanilla Starcraft were BD for drone, BW I think it was for Overlord. It was
I don't think it was B for Zerg. I think it was S. Wasn't it like S for select larva?
Select larva. Yeah, it was SD for drones and SW for Overlord or something like that.
SO for Overlord.
Was it O? Okay, I'm probably just thinking of Terrans then, because Terrans were build depot, BD.
Yeah.
And for freaking Protoss, it was BP. And it's like,
Yeah,
who
build
thought
pylon.
P? It's like
P
the
should
it's
not
the
be a
most.
hotkey.
It's the diamond in the rough in the center of the keyboard. Good luck finding it.
Yeah, seriously. Like, I mean, I gotta say, like, we talked about this offline, but like, whenever I play MMOs or any sort of, see, they just settled the sugar. Fuck that. Okay, so that screws things up for us. That sucks because that was our second city we were rushing for that. But that now makes this area over here not something we care about.
What? So we have to turn around completely because we can't reach the
Well, we
sugar?
don't. But we need to.
Citadel.
We need to.
I'll build a citadel right here. I'll steal it from them. It's totally gonna work. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay.
In DDAI, would doing that to take their territory be a very obvious offense, or would they just be like, "Oh, my territory's gone"?
No, it'll be an offense. They'll get pissed when you steal their tiles. But like, okay, look at a couple things here. We're turn 42. This is fairly early. We're doing a fairly quick expansion. But look at the combat strength in your archer.
Yeah, he's got like what 7 and 5.
That's
5 melee, 7 range.
Yeah. Remember, population
19.
Exactly. Population, as well as their tech options, as well as walls and as well as terrain, all matter for the combat strength. They're on a hill with walls.
Why does he have walls?
Because he's tradition.
Oh, he actually went tradition, and this is not hidden information, right? We can actually see.
F4.
We can see which ones they went.
Global politics. Oh, yeah, actually, you can see it here. Yep. So he's Tradition 1, Piety 1, which is ridiculous because Tradition 1 means he's opened the policy tree and taken one past the opener. So Tradition 1 actually means he has 2 points in Tradition. But if you look at Tradition, look at the Tradition. Yeah, I know, right? Go look at the Tradition options.
There's no keyboard shortcut for this, is there?
Not that I know of. And you see the top right one? That's Oligarchy. That's the one that gives him free walls.
That's what he took. So he chose tradition, and then decided, I'm not going to take the free cultural building. No, I'm going to take the oligarchy.
Not the growth one. I'm going to put a point in walls early.
So is that
the problem is in the early game the AI is advanced so quickly through the eras that it becomes extremely difficult to take AI cities that are on hills with walls because the combat strength if they have 2.7 times your combat strength they'll one shot your unit.
2.75 was that just again
2.7.
I just have to memorize this. 2.7 kills the unit automatically.
And remember, there's variance on those rolls, so just because it's 2.7 doesn't mean it was always roll for 2.7 times that, but that is the one shot range on that. So if you attack that city with archers, and your archers have 7 combat strength, he will one-shot an archer with those walls.
So because he has that thing, he gets... How do you calculate the actual combat strength of a city?
It's right there, it's 19.
Yes, but how do you calculate it? Is it 10 plus 5 from the walls plus 50%?
I don't know the exact formula. I don't know I have seen cities as low as 8, but I think I want to say I've seen cities as low as 6. I mean, as I said, the things that contribute to it are population, terrain it's settled on, era they're in, and walls are not walls. But I don't know what the starting number is for that, and I don't know the formula, how those interact.
I mean, our cities are so weak. I'm going to have to rename our capital.
Sweden is OP.
Yeah,
what are you going to rename it?
Sweden is UP, underpowered. Because clearly we have 12 combat strength. It's pretty pathetic. Yeah, this is actually a reference to one of my older campaigns that I did playing as Sweden in EU4, European Universalis 4. So,
okay.
All right, well, we got to take a break here, unfortunately. But
see you guys soon.
Yeah, we'll be back soon. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you in a bit.